girls are going to be most dangerous now because they have nothing to lose. Like
Also,
they're
Dakota
coming
killing
to
it.
take
I
everything.
know,
She's
dude.
in the final. Taila.
I know,
She's
dude.
in the final. Taila Santos. That's a tough fight.
It is. It's a step up, but
Yeah.
Dakota's ready. Dakota's prepared. She trains hard. She's got, again, the best team around her. She's so disciplined, and she's just so fucking good,
Yeah.
dude. Like, she is the real deal. She's the full package. I'm super excited for her. I think that this is about to be a big coming out party when she makes it look easy.
Yeah, very very excited for her final. We'll see how it goes against Taila Santos. Huge fight in her career.
I know how it's gonna go.
How it's gonna go? Give us a prediction.
I mean, I think she's gonna knock her out.
Okay.
I think probably second round.
Okay, second round knockout. You heard her here from Kayla.
Harrison's words left no room for doubt. She's a killer, she's the future of MMA, and this is far more than just hype. As a two-time PFL champion, Dakota Ditcheva has put the entire combat sports world on notice, and tonight we uncover why she might be the most dangerous woman in MMA today, with many already comparing her to Ronda Rousey, but with the potential to be even better.
Has really gone behind your teammate Dakota Ditcheva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Oh, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA.
I realize that your greatest enemy is often yourself and your ability to stay true to what you really want. If you lie to yourself or cut corners, you're only fooling yourself. But if you wake up every day with energy and determination, driven by the mindset that you must keep moving forward because you're chasing a goal, then step by step you'll get there. It might take longer for some and shorter for others, but with consistency and honesty, you simply cannot lose.
Find out that your worst enemy is you and your ability to stay true to the thing that you want to do. If you lie to yourself and cheat yourself, well, then you're not fooling anybody but yourself. But if you actually get up every day and you got that action, and you got that energy that's like, I have to go and do this because I'm trying to get here. And you know every day you're working towards that, well, you're going to get there. It might take you longer.
Let's begin with a bold warning that has everyone talking. At the UFC Hall of Fame red carpet, Kayla Harrison didn't hold back when praising her American top team teammate, Dakota Ditcheva, calling her a killer and the future of MMA, emphasizing that she's only getting better with time. Young, hungry, disciplined, motivated, and surrounded by a strong team. Harrison believes Dakota's mindset and talent make the sky the absolute limit for her.
Dakota Ditcheva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Oh, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young, she's hungry, she's disciplined, she's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders. She's got a great team around her.
This isn't just coming from anyone. Kayla Harrison knows what it takes to reach the top. As a former Olympic judoka and two-time PFL champion who recently made a successful UFC debut with a submission win over Holly Holm at UFC 300. So when she talks about talent and potential, the fight world pays attention.
Like she's the hardest worker in that gym, so to have someone like that around us as an example like that for girls in the gym is like second to none. That's why we're the best team in the world, because we've got examples like that around us. You know, how can we not be inspired and want to keep working hard when we see people like Kayla Harrison doing that?
But Harrison didn't stop there. She went a step further with a bold prediction, confidently stating, "I know how it's going to go. I think she's going to knock her out in the second round." When asked about Ditcheva's upcoming fight against former UFC title challenger Taila Santos.
How it goes against Taila Santos. Huge fight in her career.
I know how it's gonna go.
How it's gonna go? Give us a prediction.
I mean, I think she's gonna knock her out.
Okay.
I think probably second round.
Okay, second round knockout. You heard her here from Kayla.
And guess what? Harrison was absolutely right. Dakota Ditcheva didn't just win. She made history at the PFL World Championship finals in Saudi Arabia, where the 26-year-old British sensation delivered exactly as predicted by stopping former UFC veteran Taila Santos in the second round.
What's up, everybody? It's Kayla Harrison, and I am here on a beautiful cruise in the middle of Puerto Rico, sending all the love and good luck to Dakota Ditcheva. She fights in the PFL Europe Finals. She has a chance to win $100,000. That's going to be live on December 8th, Friday, in Dublin, Ireland.
But what makes this victory truly significant is that Santos wasn't just any opponent. Back in 2022, she fought for the UFC women's flyweight title against Valentina Shevchenko and, in what many considered a controversial decision loss, proved herself to be one of the very best flyweights in the world. Ditcheva made history by becoming the first fighter to ever finish Santos, dismantling her with devastating Muay Thai strikes that left no doubt about the outcome. With this victory, she captured the PFL Women's Flyweight World title, secured the $1 million prize, and became the first British woman to win an MMA World Championship, pushing her record to a flawless 15-0 with an astonishing finishing rate that has the entire MMA community buzzing. 7 straight finishes in the PFL, including 6 knockouts and 1 submission, the kind of numbers that make promoters' eyes light up. Naturally, the comparisons to Ronda Rousey have begun, but experts argue Ditcheva might actually be better positioned for long-term success, with former UFC fighter and current PFL commentator Dan Hardy noting the key difference. While Rousey was a pioneer who dominated primarily in one range, Dakota has proven over the past 2 years to be a fully well-rounded MMA fighter. This is a powerful observation. Rousey's dominance was built on her world-class judo and signature armbar submissions, with 9 of her 12 wins coming by armbar, but once opponents learned to avoid the clinch and ground game, her weaknesses were exposed. Ditcheva, however, presents an entirely different challenge, blending her Muay Thai striking with steadily improving grappling and strong takedown defense, making her a far more complete fighter, and as Dan Hardy noted, her defensive skills, combined with those lethal Muay Thai knees, are dangerous enough to put anyone away. What makes Dakota's story even more compelling is her remarkable family legacy, as her mother, Lisa, was a world champion in Muay Thai, kickboxing, and full-contact karate, widely regarded as one of the best female fighters of her era, and with Dakota beginning her own journey at just 4 years old, already beating boys in the gym. She grew up in her mother's legendary Newcastle Academy, a gym that's thrived for over 30 years and cemented Lisa as a respected.
Ronda was a pioneer in mixed martial arts, women's mixed martial arts in particular. But the reason why she was so effective is because she was particularly overwhelming in one range, right? Like she came in, she grabbed a hold of somebody, she threw them to the floor and wrenched their arm off. Whereas Dakota, over the last 2 years, has also showed that she's a fully well-rounded MMA fighter.
But what's truly remarkable is that Dakota's father never fought, something she herself points out, noting that while it's usually the men who become fighters, in her family it was her and her mother who carried that torch. This rare matriarchal combat legacy makes her story even more compelling, and today she splits her training between her family's gym in the UK and American Top Team in Florida, where access to elite female training partners has been crucial to her rapid development.
At some point, I assume you have a contract and they do OU fights at some point.
Exactly, yeah, that's another thing. Like, I'm in contract and you guys have to have me fight. So I know that they will pull something out of the bag. There's just been a lot of changes. Obviously, this whole year has been a big change for them. So I'll trust that they bring something for me.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a bummer because I know after the last fights, you're like, I want them to find something that's going to test me and, like, raise up the level. But now it seems like it's just get me anything.
Yeah, I'm just like, get me anything, literally. Like you said, it was kind of, it's hard. I get it's hard for PFL. They put all the girls in the tournament and then now they need to find someone that's going to kind of give me a good competition. They can't give me someone that's, just kind of signed to the PFL and not really had that much experience, because it doesn't make sense. I've just beat Santos very easily. I walked through everyone last year, so it does put them in a difficult position now, and I get it, but I'm sure they'll work to find.
So what's next for the fighter many are calling the future of women's MMA? Despite her incredible success in the PFL, Ditcheva has never hidden her ultimate ambition, fighting in the UFC, and in early interviews she confidently declared that if given the chance, she could enter the rankings immediately, placing herself in the top 15, maybe even the top 10, insisting she's already at that level and firmly believing she could beat a lot of the competition right now.
But I did see an article very early in your career where you said the goal was to one day fight for the UFC. That is out there. And I'm not trying to cause any trouble here, but I did see it. That was before you met the PFL, perhaps even before the PFL was a thing, because they're not that old in their own right. Do you still feel the same way, or have your plans changed?
But she remains loyal to the PFL, openly acknowledging the role the promotion played in her rise, saying, "I hate to say I'm bigger than PFL, I wouldn't say that. We need each other as much as each other." Yet her dream stretches beyond. As a die-hard Manchester City fan who envisions a homecoming fight at the Etihad Stadium, a goal she insists will one day become reality, just as her European title and World Championship wins already have. When Kayla Harrison warns the MMA world about Dakota Ditcheva, it isn't just hype, it's a prediction grounded in results, and at only 26 years old with a flawless 14-0 record, Ditcheva represents what the sport has been waiting for since Ronda Rousey's departure, a charismatic, complete fighter who can finish anyone, anywhere. Whether she remains with the PFL or eventually makes the jump to the UFC, one thing is certain, the combat sports world is watching, and Dakota Ditcheva is ready to deliver. The future of women's MMA may just carry a British accent. That's all for tonight's special report. Keep your eyes on Dakota Ditcheva, because if Kayla Harrison is right, we are witnessing the early chapters of a legendary career. On one side stands Kayla Harrison, the Olympic judo champion turned UFC bantamweight champion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. Every fighter's dream to be a UFC champion. You know, that is the top level at the moment, and that is obviously. I'm here to be the best. So if that means like being the best in PFL, being the best in UFC, wherever I am at that point. So right now, my goal will be to win this tournament and be the best in PFL Europe. And then if I go on to the main season, I want to win that $1 million, tournament and be the best there. Then after that, if it's change and go to the UFC, then I'll make it to the top and get the belt there. Like, it doesn't matter to me where I am, whatever situation I'm in, and that I'll be the best at that point, and that's kind of just how I'm trying to work on my goals now and see it that way.
On the other side stands the undefeated British striking sensation Dakota "Dangerous" Ditcheva, who just pushed a record to a perfect 15-0, setting up a collision course between MMA's most dominant grappler and its most devastating striker. And in the latest news, just 5 days ago, Ditcheva once again proved why she's regarded as one of the most dangerous fighters on the planet. At PFL Africa on Saturday, Dakota extended her dominance by defeating Bellator veteran Sumiko Inaba via unanimous decision, with the judges' scorecards reading 30-27, 30-27, and a stunning 30-24, a commanding performance that pushed her undefeated professional record to an impressive 15-0.
A big slum and a right hand. Oh, one big one. Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a thing.
On the other.
Dakota delivered one of her most impressive performances to date, battering Sumiko Inaba over the course of their 15-minute battle. While Inaba tried to pressure her early, it was Dakota who showcased superior speed and power, controlling the striking exchanges with ease. But what truly highlighted her warrior spirit came afterward, as she broke down in tears, not from defeat, but from the pain of a suspected broken hand she endured while still dominating to secure the win. That kind of grit and ability to fight through adversity is what separates true champions from contenders. And now the spotlight shifts to Kayla Harrison, whose presence has the entire division on edge, including, perhaps, Dakota herself.